Nagtuo imong ilong ba? O ang sipon sa ilong. They be checking themselves in to the hospitals. And hospitals were hard put to provide enough beds because initially the hospitals did not have enough hospital personnel. And they, even if you had a 600 bed capacity, it's possible that you only set aside 10 or 20 beds. And that pushes up the critical care utilization rate of the hospital beds. So it's all a matter of learning from all of this. And perhaps, acquiring a little humility in believing that you don't have an exclusivity of knowledge because no one really is an expert on this pandemic. That is why at first, before it acquired the COVID-19 name, we called it the novel coronavirus. So how could anyone be an expert on that? It pays to read data, pays to read as much to be informed, and not just what we can pick up from Facebook. This reflects his views. It pays that I have been studying data coming from all of our provincial and district hospitals, researching and looking up credible sources in the medical field. You collate all of these. And what have we reached? The earliest signs of symptoms can be treated with remedies that are available at home, that can be done if you just take the trouble. And for those that reach certain levels of difficulty in breathing, that is why we provided the oxygen tanks. But it was important that you focus on vitamin C with zinc. In fact, in some of our hospitals, we have vitamin C infusion, intravenous infusion, because then there already are studies coming out that it is really more effective because it goes directly to the bloodstream. And there have been control groups that have been there have been actual experiments conducted with control groups. So the public transport, a vitamin awareness and ingestion of our people, learning from all of this and applying what has been learned, I think that helps. And vaccination is out there for those who wish, but there is not one factor. I think more than that, the way I see it, there are variants because viruses continue to mutate all the time. And as more often than not, except for a maverick, shall we say, more often than not, viruses that mutate get weaker and weaker. The maverick was the Delta variant, which was highly transmissible. But if you also look at the DOH case bulletin for mortality rate, mortality steadily decreased from 2.1, now it stands at 1.4 or 1.5%. So these are my analysis. Of course, the experts will scoff at this and say, who is she? She's not a doctor. Yeah, but I'm governor. And people trust me to find what is best for them. Not what is best for those na kaya nila. They have lots of money. They can buy whatever they want. They can stay on lockdown for days on end or even months. They have enough provisions. They can order sa Grab. They can watch all the Netflix series that they like. Not for them. I must decide for those that need to go out every day to earn a living in order that they may buy food for their families. I must take that into consideration because these are the Cebuanos that voted me into office. I never claimed that I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. I have 2 honoris causa degrees. So I'm a doctor. But tell me, is it really an established, irrevocable truth that the way out of this pandemic rests solely on the opinions of doctors. You need everybody on board. And more than that, those of us who were elected, who were chosen by the people, must tread that fine line between public health and safety and the economy. Because, as I said, one is not exclusive from the other. If the economy flounders, if the economy is devastated or collapses, livelihoods will be lost, jobs are lost, businesses are lost. It affects public health, especially mental and nutritional health. So that is why Gwen Garcia has opted to take a position in favor of the greater good for the greater number. And those are the Cebuanos that have entrusted me with their lives.
Okay, more questions? Wala na, Lee? Lee, wala na kayo pangutana? Okay, closing na ka?
So, yes, they,
Just a comment though, from observers saying from Manila, they're saying the maverick policies of the governor could be attributed nga Wayne nga nakita nga ubos ng mga cases sa province.
oh, that's music to my ears. Well, what are we seeing actually? You know, I came head to head with IATF. But now, it would seem that the Cebu Protocol is slowly now being followed. Our policies are now being followed. I would never be the one to say, I told you so. But I will just say, you're welcome.
Okay,
Okay.
Singo?
And so, thank you very much for staying with us. Ang mga pinalangga, mga ihandom kanunay na akong mga subuanon. And my brother and sister Filipinos, I am aware that you also watch me and you also listen to me, though you may not be Cebuanos. You may be coming from other parts of the country and other provinces. Even those that come from the Middle East, from Europe, from the United States, and other parts of the entire world. And I thank you. I am humbled by your appreciation, your attention. I will continue to serve because I am accountable to the people. I will always consider it a great privilege to serve the Cebuanos. And they're my reason for being. So mga pinalangga na kong Cebuanon, labi na ang tuas norte, ugma sa buntag, magsugod ko sa Bugo, ngadto sa Padayon sa Bantayan, mo tadlas ko, mo adto sa Bantayan pagkasunod adlaw, mo tuyok ta Santa Fe, lakip na sa inaugurar sa bag-ong planta dito, ang INEC power plant. Ugo niya pagkasunod adlaw mo adto ko San Remigio o padayon sa Tabuelan. Kuwang ang adlaw para sa akong gustong buhaton unta. Kay buot kong moabot gyud ko ninyo, o makita ko ninyo. Makadungog ko sa inyong mga yango-ngo, makakita ko sa inyong kahimtang. Kay kamo ang akong mga pinalangga. Ug paningkamutan nato kanunay nga kining atong gipanggang probinsya sa Subo, ang numero 1 nga probinsya sa Subo, padayunon ta nga numero 1. Because Cebuanos can never settle for just better. Only the best for Cebu and the Cebuanos. And we're already the best. Daghan kaayong salamat. Maayong gabi.